This is what I do when I get a pimple. My honest, like, what do I do? And the first thing, like the very first thing is don't touch it. Trust me, I know how hard it is. I have legitimate OCD. I take medication for it. One of the things that genuinely changed my life and my skin was getting on a medication. One of the ways that my OCD played out was picking my skin. It was a real problem. So I fully, when I say I understand, I get it. It is near impossible to not pick, but it is quite literally the worst thing you can do. I mean, it's self-harm, but it's not going to improve the situation, even though I know it feels like it will. It doesn't. And I've seen like positive change around this with younger generation, like people being, I mean, I've seen young people being totally fine wearing pimple patches out in public. I have done it as well, but only because I forgot, which is more of a old person thing. Like I just genuinely forgot I had one on versus like bold and empowered. Here's what I do to really help heal my skin. And what I can tell you is like the not touching thing is huge because it not only spreads bacteria, it makes the inflammation, the pimple worse. Not touching it has brought my healing time down so dramatically. I mean, it is rare now that I get a pimple that lasts longer than a day. There might, in rare occasions, be a red spot for a couple days. I am a huge fan of this Prequel cleanser. It's their glycerin cleanser. I can't say it. It's moisturizing. It does not strip. It respects the skin barrier. It is extremely cost effective. This thing is humongous and it's $18. It's all the things you want. One of the things I used to do when I was much younger and really struggling with breakouts was like the harshest chemicals. I was like, attack, you know, it's D-Day and I'm going in against the enemy and my enemy is my skin. And I would bomb it with the harshest chemicals, salicylic acid washes, toners, scrubs, benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid gel. I mean, I would pile this stuff on. I obviously did the toothpaste thing when I was a teenager. Like anything I could do to make it better, I was going overboard. And that just made things way worse. Step 2, this is also from Prequel and I am a huge fan. It is their Universal Skin Dermal Spray. This is a hyperchloric acid spray. It smells a little like bleach. There is no bleach in this, and I've not had a problem with spraying it while I have clothes on and getting like little white spots or anything like that, but it does smell stringent. If this is like, I wake up and this is a problem. If I am not going anywhere, if I am just working from home and I can pull it off, I'm going to put a pimple patch on. There are 2 different kinds that I like. There is this one brand, Rael Beauty. I got them off Amazon. I don't think these are the most effective pimple patches, but they are, can you kind of see? It's kind of hard to see it. They are like sloped a little bit. They've got like a gradient to them, which makes them thinner on the edge, giving like a more seamless appearance. Like if I had something over here and nobody's gonna see it, this is the kind that I would do because it's super thin and it tapers at the edge, just making it look a little more seamless. If I don't care, if I'm going to bed, if I'm going, you know, working from home, nobody's going to be able to see me, I get the cheapest ones I can on Amazon. This is the ones that I've been using lately. They're totally fine. Back in the day, a long time ago, I am talking like 15 years ago, before pimple patches came out, somehow I discovered this. And I think it's because I was using a hydrocolloid Band-Aid that I had bought in England for blisters. And I realized that it was absorbing like the gunk from the blister. And I would take them and I would cut them into little squares and use them as like my makeshift pimple patch. I was elated when these came out on the market. And finally, I'm gonna put a moisturizer on. Like, again, super basic, super simple, no fuss. I'm not trying to strip my skin. I'm not trying to create more problems. Skin Fix is my favorite barrier cream of all time. I have not found anything I like better. From the formula, from the pH, the dispensing mechanism, their refills, like everything about this. And that is my pimple emergency kit. That is what I do. Again, the hardest part of this is not touching your skin. Like, that's it. So, Godspeed. I know how hard it is. Yeah, let me know if you guys have questions. Put them down below.